Greetings my chained friends and welcome to the SYLAS champion spotlight. He was finally added to the PvE and we were again right in the theory video. He was a chained champion from Demacia, got out with magic and now he's a mage. And he can steal enemy ultimates with his ultimate, like I said. So first a quick look at his emotes, and his skin is Lunar Red SYLAS. Looks pretty damn good. I'm gonna show you the spotlight at the end of the video, but let's get into his abilities.
These things are killing me!
So his passive is after casting a spell, his next basic attack does AoE damage with this chain around him. And this works with every ability and doesn't have a cooldown, so you can use it pretty efficiently in the combo. His Q is the Chain Lash. He lashes his chains out in an X-shaped area and the intersection between those deals magic damage and slows enemies. And after a little bit, it explodes at the X location, dealing more damage and more slow. And it deals less damage to minions. Kingslayer is his W. He lunges at an enemy with magical force. This is a target shot ability, deals magic damage, increased if the enemy is below 40%. And if you do it on enemy champions, he also heals, and he heals more if he's below 40%. His E has two abilities. The first one is a dash that gives him a shield, and the second one, he can recast it, throwing himself with chains at the chosen location, and if he hits an enemy, he deals magic damage and knocks them up while throwing himself at them. You can use these over walls. The first one is shorter, but the second one you can pull yourself to an enemy if it is after a wall, but the first one can also be used over walls on smaller terrain, and you can also use your W over walls if you see an enemy there. And this is how the Q looks, how you can form the X where the explosion happens. Alright, and the piece de resistance, his ultimate Hijack. He hijacks a targeted enemy, allowing him to cast their ultimate ability as they would cast it, based on his ultimate level and using his stats. So, the ultimate won't be an exact copy stat-wise to the enemy, it will depend on your cooldown reduction, your AD, AP and all that. He's a mage, so of course you're gonna build him AP. And hijacking an enemy places a cooldown on them for 200%, so you cannot steal the same champion quite often. It's 200% of the enemy's ultimate cooldown, so double the time of the cooldown. And during this time, SYLAS cannot hijack the same champion again. And he converts AD ratios into AP ratios because he's AP. Of course, you cannot steal the target dummy, so we're going to test this on multiple champions before getting to his stats and what to do when you max the abilities and what to build. Let's test this out on multiple champions. So I tried it on Lux here. You can just steal it and use it. And the enemy can still use it even if you stole it, so it's not like they cannot cast it. And you have a time period of when you can cast it. If you let it fade, you have about 2 or 3 minutes to cast it before it disappears from your R. And you can see the timer on Lux. After you steal it from someone, they have a circle around them that fades, and that's the cooldown, the 200% cooldown that needs to fade so you can steal a game from the same champion. Now, I tested this on a few other bots, and many of them are pretty damn interesting. So let me explain a few that I've tested on. So Lux was pretty straightforward, then there's Galio, which is also pretty straightforward. You just take it and you can cast it on one of your allies. Then I tried Fiddlesticks, and another thing, they don't need to have the ultimate to steal it. I stole it as level 7 SYLAS and the Fiddlesticks was level 1, and you can cast it. Another interesting one was Nasus. You gain the passive effects that Nasus gains. When using it, you get bigger, you get the AoE around you and the health. Nidalee was the most interesting. After you steal it, you can use the cat form and you have all her cat form abilities, so all your abilities change to her cat form abilities. and if you press it again you come out and become yourself again and cannot come back. Same for Shyvana, you can use the dragon and then you have all her dragon abilities and you cannot come out of this. It fades when it normally fades when the dragon form expires.
I will dance in their ashes.
And also tried it on Udyr. There are some champions that are pretty useless for this, like he says, I guess I'll make use of this. You just get his ultimate at rank 1 probably and use it once, which is not really useful. But yeah, there are many interesting other interactions. I wonder what happens if SYLAS steals SYLAS. He probably gain what he stole. If he already stole something, you have to double steal, I don't know. But that's what I wanted to say about the ultimate. They can use it if you stole it and they don't need to have it for you to steal it, and it works on every ultimate. And those that transform you also give you the abilities. Same for Nidalee is Elise, for example. And if you max out the abilities, this is what you get for all of them. As for the build, he's an AP mage, so you're gonna go pretty much full AP. They recommend going with Sorcerers, then Luden, Morello, Rabadons, maybe a Void Staff. You can go more resist with a Banshee, or just go a Zonia there for resistance. I think he's a pretty damn interesting champion. Let me know your thoughts about him. I really like his concept, and I was thinking about a champion like this that can steal ultimates for quite some time now, and I'm glad they finally did it. Let me know if you like it. Leave a like, comment and subscribe, because I'll soon probably have codes with his skin in the League Partner program. So stay tuned for that, and also check out his skin spotlight. I'll leave it here at the end along with his splashes. And I will see you soon, my friends. Thanks for watching and bye bye. And be careful not to die or your hamster will cry. Also smash the like button in the nose and I shall send you a little rose.
These things are killing me. Oh, yeah. That's the spot. Return to your master, like the lapdog you are. The Great Mage Rebellion starts now. Share and share alike.